Ba-doop-ba-doo. Charge. 246 days, Jesus. You know, it's good that that's good that I actually did what I needed to do. Like, I wrote down exactly what I wanted to do next in the stream, and then proceeded to make a title and description, completely going against it, really. But I got some plans for today. Didn't I put carrot cutlets somewhere? Alright, purple day, and it's at night. We're looking good, we're chilling. We're back. I forgot about the hemp seeds. Alright, goal is 300 faith points and getting ever closer. I think I gained 4. Nope, I have exactly enough seeds. You know what? That works for me. Never mind. Take that. Yeah, we're gonna be playing. I don't know how long we'll play. We'll play long enough. Right, these pumpkins are just fucking popping off. Yeah. This bodes well. We just make some more nails and then we should be good. Oh, I also gotta increase my speed. I'll worry about that here in a moment. So much to do, so little time. Yeah. We're just going to be chilling for tonight. I don't know how long we will be going for. But, you know. We'll see. Apples. That's what I was doing. Yeah. I'm just wanting to chill. Just to relax. Not too much crazy stuff for tonight. Will this be a short Graveyard Keeper stream or a long one? Who knows? Should I have enough sleep before tomorrow? Probably. Is it actually going to happen? Probably not. Will... Oh, I have to crush them. I'll do that later. I also want to go fishing. Fishing sounds like a great idea. Also, so much rope. Yeah, general goal is just getting to 300 faith points, but I also want to fish. So I want to get that done. We're going to do some quests, and also I'm going to read our paper goods thing because I feel like I'm going to need to figure that out. So those can go right there. For a second I thought that I put them somewhere else. I feel like I've made more than 56. So these speed potions must be going somewhere. Found them. I was like, wait a second. That works though. Alright, so now we can teleport to Dead Horse. And buy your sauerkraut. Everything shall be fine. Alright, I really wanted to figure out, though, how this fishing stuff works. So that's going to be my first task for today, is go to the fishing section and be like, cool, get all the fish. Reload. And also quests. Quests are nice. But the goal is this cultist stuff. Try and bring back a necklace from Snake at the Necronomicon. Bring the merchant 5 gold star dinners. We'll get there. Alright. Okay. There's lures, there's insect bait, no. There's fish bait, interesting. Okay. So. Holy shit. Okay. This is gonna be annoying, but we're gonna make this work. I hope. We're gonna go flower hunting first, because I think that's just gonna give us enough bait for what we need. So let's go find all the pretty flowers and get us some butterflies. Look at that, butterflies. This is also going to be interesting because what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put the Necronomicon in there. Grab all 3 of these. Lure with a gem and a steel lure. Put both of them in there and then this. Oh, and sauerkraut. We don't need the sauerkraut right now. So, I just need to find some butterflies and then go from there. Thinking 5 butterflies. Also the toadstools, always a good idea. Because we are going to need these for various reasons, as slimes come to attack us from all directions. Man, I get really distracted really easily, don't I? Like, hey, we're supposed to be collecting flowers, decides that mushrooms are the goal all of a sudden. We got some more flowers up here. We'll also worry about bees later. Keyword is later. We'll find them eventually. How many butterflies do we have? We have 3. I want 5. 5 seems like just a good number. Will I figure out what we use with all these flowers after the fact? No fucking clue. There's nymph. Okay. So, according to this, we're just going to focus on... I just need to see something here first. So there's low tier, mid tier, and high tier. Okay. So the first one we're going to go to... Hold on. Before I make some just terrible decisions, let me just see this real quick. Okay, so first I need to get the gudgeon. I think that's you, village. Okay. So I think I first need to do is I need to equip this fishing rod. I need to catch presumably 3 gudgeons. Actually, before I do that, sweet home. I need 5 maggots, and I'll just put these in here, and we'll worry about them later. Wow, I have more of those than I thought. Okay, but I didn't need that, but let's just put this away, because we're going to be using this a lot. He's about to be here. I'll worry about these later. They're probably all going to be going in there. Alright, let's see if I can do anything. Well, first off. Hey, Dark Heart. I'll take that. Need this for important stuff. I'm going to just take your soul here, buddy. You can go over here. Just like, let me just take a look. Do you have flesh? I took your flesh. What about you? I did not take your flesh. Just on the rare case that we can make this work. Flesh. Can't heal the soul. Cool. Goodbye, soul. But we can research this Dark Heart. Which I'm going to do super fast. Because this is huge. Can be decomposed into essence. It's a good amount. Put that right there for now. And then we're going to just finish this real fast. So Dark Heart. Somewhere around here. Just mark it as green because I don't know what to do with it just yet. Okay. We do have to give one to the Inquisitor. That's gonna be how we get our 300, and then once we do that, we can start really working on some stuff. So we're gonna do the swamp first. Presumably, I'm hoping I could find that fishing spot here. So find the fishing spot in the swamp. This is our first task. And then we're going to figure out what the fuck we do with fish. Okay. So bait selected. 50-50. Not bad. We have the different baits, so this should be okay. So we got an eel. Okay. Should probably figure out how much of each I need. Seems like probably a good idea. Let's go. Tilapia, probably. Now my fish. I'm going to see what happens when I switch to a different fishing pole, because I wonder if it gives me different options. Another eel. Okay. Butterfly. This is a learning experience because we're going to do all of this stuff for fishing, and then we'll probably never fish again, depending on what's needed. It's a forg. Let's go. Caught 6 different types of fish. 1 fish every day. Okay, so if I do this now. Okay, so it does stay the same. Okay, so that's 1. So let's use this to head home. We're gonna sleep. And then after we sleep, we're gonna go to the next spot, which is the waterfall. We're gonna put all of our fish actually away, unless there are fish that's needed for specific catches. And even though we've caught some of the fish, I'm gonna need to catch some fish to catch other fish. So something else I need to, consider. Oh yeah, I'll worry about all this stuff later. We'll worry about the graveyard later. But this is our next area. We've kind of only been here to fish, and even though there's a place that's blocked off. Okay, so first we're gonna do these 2. Because one of them is the Grugin, I think the other is an anchovy, which we do need. For multiple reasons. So that is a bream. Oh, actually, this would be perfect. So we're going to do 2 right here. This should be what we need. That is a gudgeon. Do 1 more. These must be silver quality, right? No. I'm just going to equip the best one and just see. 100, 100. Okay, this changes. So we'll see if we catch something that's not a bream or a gudgeon. In this case, it would probably be a bream. What is that? Sturgeon, okay. And then we got another one out here. Yo, this fish is fucking wild. Holy hell. And that is a slammin'. Okay, gudgeon's used. Oh, maggot's also used. So I'd rather use the maggot. So we can get this next 50%er. And if this fish is just for fishing's sake, and there's nothing needed, then cool, we just mark that off our list. Let's try that again. Missed my chance. It's okay. Missed our chance. But everything will be just fine. Catching the fish is all we need. What was that? Perch. And that is everything here. Sick. I don't know where the rest of these are. Okay. So... know what that is, know what that is. Okay, so I know where the other ones are. So, we're going to head back to our house. I'm going to place down everything that's not the good... Well, we'll place down 1 gudgeon. But everything else should be fine. Yep. The next area to go... It's going to be up around here. It's the path that we went to get to the quarry. Look at him chip away. He's doing great. All right, here's our next one. Lure with the gem. Okay, we got some chances. This seems ineffective. It's odd, but okay. pike. Got 10 different types of fish. Let's go. 43%. We'll make it work. Achievements are what we need. We need the achievos. It's another pike. I gotta also talk to Master Ulrich because he's a vampire. Oh, there we go. Sturgeon, another one. We got here. That is another pike. Okay. Just seeing. Okay, a 5 and a 16 with a gudgeon's not a good idea. So we're just gonna go to the simple fishing rod and see if this changes anything. Okay. Answer to that is no. Let's switch to the good efficiency rod. 2 and 4. Oh, we're gonna need gudgeons like fucking crazy. Got it. Well, that's how it's gonna be. We need a shit tons of gudgeons. We need all the gudgeons. So it's time to fish like my life depends on it. It really doesn't, but it's funny to say that. So, how many gudgeons do I even want to fish? Okay. I mean, it's got to be the simple fishing rod. Okay. Did I say 10 gudgeons? 10 gudgeons. What a weird fish name. I gotta say, this is probably like one of my, like... Do we just keep not selecting the bait? I don't know why it's like, use maggots. It's like, I don't want to. Oh no, this is like very similar to Stardew, but it looks like there's not a way to fail unless you just miss the timing window when you're pressing the left click. Hey, you know, it is what it is. I like fishing in games. I've talked about this before. Stardew Valley fishing is some of my favorites. When I played World of Warcraft, I wanted to do fishing streams at some point. There's just something super calming and relaxing about fishing is really how it goes for me. I remember when I was younger, I used to go fishing with my grandparents quite a lot. We used to own a boat, and we would go fishing on the lake. And even though, like, this was before I found out I was allergic to nature, I was a really, really young kid. Loved going fishing with my grandparents. I think we did try going fishing, like, my actual, like, you know, main family. I think we tried going fishing like a few times, but no one was really too into it, except for maybe me. I was never one to touch fish, though. Mostly because they just felt weird, and I heard that fish has like some fish scales that can sometimes like hurt to touch. So I remember being a little afraid to touch a fish. Probably really dumb, but I don't know. I've learned that I'm one to just not want to touch anything unless I know for sure it's safe and good. We actually had another spider incident at work today. Which essentially means that a spider decided to show up, and the spider was bigger than my hand. I wanted to kill it. Most of the other people I was working with also wanted to kill it. We didn't. Our boss is a spider lover, which is fair. They actually like just casually swept up the the spider. And just let it out outside, which was cool. I also finally, like, speaking of my boss, I actually got to finally talk to my main boss today on just kind of get an idea of like how I've been doing and see what they thought about like my work ethic and everything. It sounds like they love having me on board, so that's rather nice. Anyway, back to spiders and fishing. Yeah, fishing in games is so much fun. I would love to do like actual more fishing in streams, but that's fine. There might be a better fish to catch that could be used as bait. Okay. I'm guessing. Alright, apparently this fish I'm trying to catch is ridiculously hard to get. So this will be fun. Apparently 16% chance is the highest that we can get. So we'll give it our best shot. I'm gonna have to go for the 5% at some point. That'll be interesting. Ah, yes, pike. Pike. So I'll probably have to catch like 20 gudgeons. We'll see though. Got 2 left. I'm guessing fishing is just a good method for money. Like, I think there's just so much better ways to get money in this game. Another pike. Alright, last gudgeon. Come on, luck. My luck has been all over the place lately, too. Speaking about luck, so obviously I play Blue Archive and Nikkei. My Nikkei luck is still like fucking through the roof. I've been getting, okay, well, that's fun. I've been getting like, oh, how many things? So I've been getting Nikkei like an SSR roll, and usually like every like 2 to 3 pulls. Like, it's fucking phenomenal how often I've been getting SSRs. I've been feeling super good about it. Like, I've been doing really, really well. I'm going to catch gudgeons until we run out of there we go. Cool. But anyway, like, yeah, no, I've been like getting like some really good pulls in Nikkei. they just gave out like so many coupons, so or recruit vouchers, so I've been like super stoked. But holy damn. Playing Blue Archive and doing rolls. I did 200 rolls in Blue Archive for one of the unique units, New Year Fuka, who just came back to rerun. Didn't get a single SSR. Not a single fucking one in 200 pulls. I had to get pity. Which is baffling because like I've never had that much of a dry spell in the game ever. I've heard about it happening in Nikkei, but like the most I get before an SSR pulls is like usually 30 to 40 pulls, like sorry, 3 to 4 10 pulls. So 30 or 40 pulls. And I'll usually get one by that point. More or less like 2 or 3. Never seen it happen though with Blue Archive where like just kept rolling and I was like, oh, I'll just get a SSR at some point. I'll get an SSR at some point. I will get an okay. It just never happened. I thought it was fucking bonkers that that was the case. But apparently it's very common in Blue Archive just because of how the game is. And how the rolls go. Luckily, I'm only going for one of the unique units, which I know is kind of like surprising if you see me play. If you've seen me play any sort of gacha game, like usually I'll try to go for every single character, which I still want to in this game. But since there's so many unique characters, I'm kind of making sure I'm choosing who to get first, so that way I can maximize my chances at some of the harder content, like in game. And then, like, I'll go from there. So, in this case, I need New Year Fuka, and the other option was New Year Haruna, which New Year Haruna, in terms of looks, cooler looking, though Fuka is just a hilarious character. Fuka's got to be one of the best, most well-written characters in Blue Archive, so. But I think the next one I'm rolling on is... Wait, who's the next unique according to the banner? Oh, I think it's the Sweets girls, the band outfits, which like I'm not too into that entire like club in the game. I know like there are a lot of people's like favorites, but I've just been like, eh. Like there's one that I think is cool. The others are like mediocre at best. So alright, how many of these do I have? 11? I think we'll stick with 11. Just go here. Off the pikes. Let's go check on this body. Our contestants. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Put this right here. And this should get us our 300 that we need. Sick. Put that right there for now. I will mark this off as green. I don't have the fish, but all right, let's go get cultists. Now we can see shit. So this should tell me, Jesus Christ. Well, we now know what we're looking for, so let's go teleport to the quarry. Attempt number 2. Nikkei-wise, Nikkei still has the Evangelion collab going on right now. I don't think people are too into the Evangelion collab, which is sad because Evangelion I've heard is like really cool. And there was a girl I was crushing on who was really into it, who like spoke nothing but just respect for the series. I think the story is just falling a little flat because like it's so weird with collab characters because like they can do whatever they want like with how the collab characters are in the game, which like all the collab characters in the game right now, super cool, super fun to play, and they look awesome. But like the story and the event itself is just so lackluster because they can't do too much. Which is weird because like Nier, they were able to do so much, but I think it's just because like maybe that's because it's a game that they can do a whole lot more. Like maybe that's what it is. But I'm not sure. But I think I'm in kind of like the general consensus where the Nier collab was the best, followed by Chainsaw Man, followed by Dave the Diver, funny enough. And then Evangelion, and then ReZero. Because like they weren't able to do too much with any of the stories. Like Nier and Dave the Diver, they were able to do a shit ton. Nier and Chainsaw Man, also able to do a shit ton. ReZero and Evangelion, it's like we're just gonna make this the most cookie cutter basic story possible. And I think it's just because of the nature of collab stories. They want to make it, you know, not too divisive. The characters are really good. There's I think Asuka, I think is her name. She's starting to become a core unit on one of my teams. Ray.A. I guess there's two Rays. I think is lackluster for a lot of people. And I think Mari comes out tomorrow. So should be able to do a few good polls for that. We still need to go get more cushions. Holy shit. 16% is not that bad though. Like, we should be able to get at least one, I would think. Alright, last one. It's another pike. Yep, alright, well that's all that again. Let's we'll go home. Then I'm actually just gonna put these down, get rid of these. So if I'm gonna need more gudgeons, then I'm just gonna need more gudgeons. So we'll just chill. Also, they're wondering who the next Nikkei character is gonna be, like the next original character. Because I don't know if they're gonna be, if they're making new ones, or they're gonna finally start removing some characters from NPC jail, as the community calls it. I really want Fragile. That is one of the characters I really want, like, to come out of NPC jail. I guess both people in that team, Fragile and Livern. But Livern's probably not. Livern's could be interesting. Fragile might. And who else? The other crazy thing with Nikkei, though, I guess we're playing Keeper and talking about Nikkei, why not? Is that there's some characters that have like shown up like once or twice and then just have never been alluded to again. So it's like, are we gonna see them again? Are they gonna be unlocked later? Like, what's going on? Because there's a Nikkei that shows up with Suin, like middle of the story, and she shows up like a few times as a to discuss stuff. But there's so much. glad I've been on top of a lot of things though with games lately. I still need to finish Blue Archive Story. I need to... Nikkei, I'm caught up with everything. It's just grinding as usual, which I have fun with. Like, I'm glad that I haven't gotten bored of Nikkei. I've said this a few times, and I'll say it again. The game's really fun. The story is really, really good, except if it's a collab story. So... Blue Archive, there's just so much story in Blue Archive that, like, I know it's really good. I've heard really, really good things. I'm just very worried that I am... Like, I'm trying to, like, equate time to doing that story while also at the same time doing other stuff alongside it. So. I also got a lot of, you know, other games I gotta get to, a lot of other stuff, which is why I'm trying to, like, speed through some of this stuff. That's why I've been playing a lot of Graveyard Keeper. I think at the time of this stream, with how all the streams are going right now, there's 3 games that we're focusing on primarily, and that's Raging Loop, Graveyard Keeper, and Binding of Isaac Repentance. Graveyard Keeper, which is what you're watching right now, I think the game is going to end fast and kind of suddenly is what I'm thinking. The reason I say that is because we technically have everything that we possibly are going to need to maximize this game. We have everything that we're going to need for it. It's just a matter of, like, actually doing it. And then at the same time, it's also just, you know, doing the quests and not too much doing all the 100% stuff. 100% this game I don't think is going to be too difficult in the slightest. I'm not too worried about that. It's just I'm taking my, like, sweet time with it. Do I want to, like, perfect the game like how I was doing with, like, Dave the Diver? Absolutely. I think my ultimate goal... Like, I was trying to figure out what my ultimate goal of this game is. Is it getting every single achievement and just ending it there? Like, what's my completion criteria for this game? I think what my completion criteria for this game is researching everything that can be researched. Do all the tech trees. All achievements. And probably all alchemy recipes, and that's it. That's my... I guess, like, somebody else would probably think that, like, maximizing zombie efficiency, like getting every single zombie to, like, 28 skulls would be great. Probably something I could do for, like, podcast streams, but for the time being, I'm just kind of holding off on that. I did mention before, this game, like, for a lot of the games that we're going to be completing moving forward, or games that, like, still need to be completed, I am moving them to the podcast stream. Like, there's essentially, like, a folder that's like, these games are for podcast streams, for just stuff that I need to do, and I just leave myself notes on, like, what still needs to be done in the game, so I know what needs to be done, and having people on. The problem is, I haven't talked to anybody in, like, nearly 3 weeks, so it's a little difficult in this respect. I think I've mentioned this on stream. I have not pretty much talked to anybody other than the Danganronpa group since the Sea of Thieves meltdown. I haven't messaged Cheese. I haven't messaged... Well, I messaged Cheese one thing because it was just something cool, and then I immediately backpedaled. I haven't messaged Sparks, Derpy. I think I've, like, vaguely messaged, but for some other stuff. And like I live with Doge, and I haven't really talked to Doge at all. In fact, him and Allie have been making like supper every night, and I keep like declining. It sucks. They're asleep right now, so I don't think they know. But what ends up happening is they'll make supper, and they'll make enough for like all three of us. But I'll like usually decline the food, and then what I'll do is 30 minutes later, when I'm pretty sure they're not looking and they're like busy, is I'll come in and swipe the remaining food, like the scraps as it were, even though like there was food like there that I know was made with me in mind. I just feel bad because I'm not contributing any meaningful way to this house or in anything. So because of that, like, you know, I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to eat any of the food that they have. But then I get hungry. I don't really feel like passing from starvation. So I'll go in quietly, grab the scraps, and then leave. Which is what happened today. They think they made like some sort of like hamburger. And rather than eating the hamburger, I just grabbed the remaining patties and then fled. Thing is, Doge can like see the hallway, but if he's playing a game, he usually is like very inattentive to what goes on. So usually I'll like look at, this sounds like super involved, and it really is because I'm stupid, but I'll usually look at Discord to see like what he's playing, or like Steam, and if it's a game that I think is super involved, then I'll leave because he'll not notice me come in. But if it's a game that like he's probably like not half paying attention to, I won't. So, alright, 2 more. Hopefully this is enough. And apparently I have to do this during the day, so we'll go back and check some stuff. But yeah, I don't know if podcast streams will still happen, though. Part of me does hope that they come back, and part of me hopes I can resume talking to people. But I'm also like not really holding my breath in that aspect. So trying my best. Okay. So now I can see all these. So there's a proper zombie guide, right? I think I had this pulled up. So I need lye injection, glue injection, silver injection. We're playing the dark injection, okay. So I gotta reach 4-9. So to get a corpse of 4. Okay, got it. So far those are not good. Skulls and such. Okay. So I need to figure out. So we're going to now take the time to go through each one of these bodies and properly salvage them. Because you have to wait till daytime anyway, so. Bone. Brain. As hard as a 2 and 2. So if they go to get a 4 and I don't think the skull does anything. Okay, if there's no mistakes, it might just be best to put the body back. That's my general idea. I don't know if you could re-autopsy a zombie that no longer has been. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Take body, put it back. This one. Oh, you have dark intestines. When did that happen? Weird. I like shook my shoulders like, alright, well, I guess that happened. Okay. Just gonna grab this, put it back. Let me just drop this stuff off before I do anything else. Then we rest and go from there. So none of these are particularly good. Maybe this heart. +2 and +2. So I'm gonna say hearts that are good can go right there. Otherwise, put that right there. Okay. Intestine, brain. Skin, skull, this. Blood. Stories. Down here, this is something else I have to work on, which we will. I just realized we have 2 red books. That's cool. Because I don't know if you could re-autopsy a zombie. Or if we just have to throw them down the river and hope for the best. We might have to throw them down the river and hope for the best. Oh, I have the Necronomicon, so I can just give that to our friend here in a moment. So we go do that. Here's your Necronomicon. Here's your book, Snake. I'm hardly surprised. You're a man of extraordinary talents, plus you're immortal. Life isn't fair. Give me the book. Wow, the ritual is more complicated than I expected. You're into the hearts, a fountain of blood, a convergence, a sin. I'll never finish this ritual. I'll never get to see him. Don't give up. I also have a difficult task, too. I know what you're going through. You just need to believe in yourself. Everything is in your hands. You're a dangerous and unscrupulous rogue. Who else can perform this ritual if not you? You're right. I hate it when someone's right. But in that case, it seems like I use a little help. A favor for a favor, you know? Not the ritual. How can I help? If I'd like to help you, I got a feeling I'll need to return the favor. Sounds reasonable to me. First of all, we need to prepare for the ritual. We need this place looking as scary as an old orphanage. This place should have my followers trembling in terror, but look who I'm talking to. Up in your church, you've done some great decorating, but this one should be darker, without all the crosses. Crosses bring back bad memories for me. Oh, one other thing. For the ritual, we need a fountain of blood. Better make 2, they'll be sure. Okay, I'll try. Back home, we have a whole holiday for scary things. Halloween. I was good at these kinds of decorations. I'll figure something out. Poor you, so we'll need to have the place 20 Satan. Notice you have an endless notebook. I need it for something very important. I need it for a ritual of my own, to get back to my love. understand you quite well, perhaps even more than you can imagine. This book is the only thing I have from my childhood. We weren't allowed to have our own possessions at the orphanage. When they pulled me from that burning house, I was gripping it in my hands. This book means a lot to me. This book's pages never end. I write down everything in this notebook, and a lot of pages were already filled up when I started. I always wondered what all these notes were about. How happy were the people who wrote them? You know what? If I succeed with my ritual, the notebook will be yours. I won't need it anymore. So yeah, for the necklace, nothing. Okay, so I have to build this. Okay, so some scaly blows, skulls, and some other shit. Alright, well, we'll worry about that later. For now, it is time to fish like my heart demands, which it really does. We hope for the best. The body will probably show up at some point. Tomorrow's Inquisitor Day, so I think we just need a Dark Brain. We'll see how that all goes, but anyway. I have more than 10 gudgeons. It is time to catch. Anyway, as I was saying, as we back to fishing times. Oh, here we go. Well, we got it immediately. Only needed one. You're probably gonna... There we go. Golden Crucian. However, now we have to do the 5%er, which I think is also the same thing. Anyway, as I was saying, I kind of hope to go back to podcast streams. I hope to socialize with people again relatively soon. Am I holding my breath? Not really. I'm just gonna do my best. Also, real quick, I'm leaning forward, so I think I just want to... Nope, come on. Down a little bit. There we go. Camera adjusting. Yeah, we'll see what happens in due time. I'm hoping that we go back to it, but I don't know. Just sticking to myself for who knows how long. Oh, there's a body. I'll worry about that later. We still have 2 more fishing spots, right? The village, and then the sea. So hopefully we should be pretty good at getting those later. I just want to get every single question mark taken care of. And hey, if it's going to take us a 5%, then we're going to do a 5%. Oh, you know what? I was talking about what we're doing, like finishing games. So Graveyard Keeper, it's probably going to be... I'd imagine I might be able to finish this game in like a week or two, since I'm like really putting my best foot forward. We're trying to get it taken care of. I know a little bit of RNG is involved, so we'll ultimately see how that goes. As far as Binding of Isaac goes... part of me is like, oh yeah, there's still a lot left for Binding of Isaac. Like, I have a lot to focus on. But the more I've like thought about it, the more I'm like, not really. Like, there's people out there who have hundreds, if not thousands, of videos of Binding of Isaac, do a whole bunch of runs, and show off a whole bunch of really cool mods and such. And like, that's cool and all, but once again, I'm just focusing on finishing the game and just moving on from there. And while the game is difficult, I think it's gonna be not as bad as I was thinking. What my general goal with Binding of Isaac Repentance, I think we're gonna be focusing on just kind of doing all the unlocks that I possibly can. Still got like the second half of all the characters to get. I still have some secret characters I need to get. So it's right now just a whole bunch of unlocking all the characters and at least making sure that every single run means something. I think that's the big thing. I'd imagine that it might take me like 2 months, give or take, as long as I do some good consistent runs. That might be a little bit generous, but we'll see how it goes. Mess that up. And then Raging Loop. Raging Loop's interesting because I know I have to do 2 runs of the game. But I'm probably going to be doing what I've been doing with that game, or those type of games where I'm just going to hold it off until later. I think a lot of what I'm going to be doing, though, that needs to be done with games is just finishing, like, what I consider 100%. So we're going to be going back to a lot of games as soon as I finish stuff, and maybe starting some new ones. We'll see. October is going to be an interesting month, though, for sure. Because we are definitely going to be doing some scary games. But fun times will be had for all. I know new game wise, there's The Casing of Frank Stone, which is the DVD visual novel. Apparently reviews of the game are that it's trash, but I don't know. Could actually be good, and just people are being piss poor at behavior because they always are. Everyone's like, behavior made this game and it's terrible. It's like, okay, well, is it, or do you just like only one game from Behavior Interactive and that's it? I do think it's probably that, where people just really only like one game from Behavior Interactive, which is Dead by Daylight, and just can't see them making any other game. But I digress. %. Very unlikely, but we still have to give it a try. This is the max %, by the way, for this, just in case anyone's wondering. I might just go to the other places and finish fishing there. If this doesn't pan out. Who knows? Luck could play a favor. Luck can absolutely play a favor and be quite interesting. So, and who knows? Maybe we need more pikes and sturgeons than we can ever imagine. There is also a body that's just kind of like slowly rotting away. We'll worry about that later. Apparently, though, fishing does just prevent the day from going by super fast, which is nice. Two more left. There's still a chance. And last but not least, Gosh, the water flows so smoothly in this game. Alright, we got a sturgeon, I believe. Oh, another pike. Alright, well, we got one of the golden Grusians, so not bad. So we'll go back. We will drop off our fish here. I'm going to grab you and grab this stuff. I'm going to go grab this body real quick, and then we'll go do the other fishing areas. Because if that's the last one, then I don't particularly mind. Extract. I guess I got that story from Snake. 88%. Do you have anything good? I'm just gonna be real. It already started to wane. It's fine. So lighthouse is next. I'm just curious, do you have anything that helps? Okay, so that's the one right there. Okay, let's give this a shot. As long as we can get all of them done, I think fishing is going to be a success. Alright. So no bait selected. We can get a lot of them right like this. So let's just do some catching like this and see where it gets us. And then we'll try some bait. So we got an eel. We need to go buy water tomorrow. This is a sardine. Oh, I should have got a glass of water. Because we actually have a bunch of water. I usually buy like some bottled water so that way I don't have to keep leaving my room, but not be necessary. Listen, we will just get the 20% with no bait. It's fine. We're having troubles with the 5%. We can get this 20. Is that an anchovy? That's an anchovy. Is this another anchovy? Okay. I think after the 3 games that we're playing right now, I think we'll probably be moving on to... I think there's another visual novel that we're going to be playing. I know Doge is no-lifing a game Thursday. So there's like no Danganronpa this week. Which is fair. Tuna. Gosh, it's been interesting to see like my kind of like watching some of the previous streams that I've done like years ago, just for some like video idea stuff for later. Man, the contrast between it 5 years ago and today. It's weird to say, especially considering everything that's going on, but I think I'm a lot happier now than I was back then, but also not at the same time. Streaming wise though, I think I've just you know. It's been weird because when it comes to streaming after so long, I don't think there's anything... How do I say this? I don't think streaming has taken a toll on me mentally in the way that I think it affects a lot of other people. What I mean by that is you'll see a lot of people hear about like burnout and be like, oh, it takes so long to like how to really hold on, make sure that that's right. This is an easier thing. So that's the waterfall. Let's see. Okay, so it's going to be the lure with the gem. However, I'm going to need to grab all my lures with gems. But this one, like, we could just kind of repeatedly do, so not too worried about it. So I'm going to just throw this stuff in here. And then I'm going to grab all my gem lures and we'll go from there. So otherwise, we're going to be getting a lot of tuna. Oh, you know what? Let's go grab our merchant stuff. I think we probably made quite a bit of money. I have 10 gold right now. Dang. And it's all filled up, ready to go. Good shit. I'll just move on over here. No, I think my mental, when it comes to streaming, though, I guess it's just become full podcast stream while we're just getting this fish. You'll probably hear like a lot of streamers just be like, oh, you know, I get tired because of streaming every day and I haven't interacted and this, that, and the other. And I got life and so on and so forth. And that, like, I won't say the concept bothers me, but it's more the fact that, like, I don't really care about the fact that I don't have a life. Like, yeah, my roommates technically have a life with each other. A lot of people I used to stream with have lives. A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people I used to stream with have lives. A lot of other streamers have lives, like they have, you know, friends, they have their own family, so on and so forth. They go out and do things, and me, I don't like at all. I guess it's not really that I don't have any aspirations for it, it's just the fact that, like, it's just not for me. So, like, streaming every single day doesn't get tiring in the sense that, like, oh, I miss, like, having a life or this, because I've never really had one to begin with. I think what's been just really taxing for me is seeing people come and go, and just, and the idea of people never returning, from that point. Like, if y'all watch my, like, YouTube journey, as it were, not even Twitch journey, fun fact, Twitch has always been kind of like a good high point for a lot of stuff. Like I said, since I'm multi-streaming right now, when it comes to like Twitch, the high points, like, you know, just been streaming every single day and just having a good time with it. Nothing really wrong about it. The issue that arises, though, from the Twitch, the only issue that I've had is with a certain group of people who I don't understand how I ended up getting roped into their shenanigans, even though I have no connection or warrant to it. And it just gets worse and worse. It got worse and worse, and it luckily hasn't been a thing for a long time now. But back then, I don't want to get too much into the specifics, but like, I just was streaming, and then for some reason a group was like, "You're part of us," kind of. It's like, no, I'm not. Stop. I don't care. And it just, you know, like, that was the only taxing part. But other than that, like, Twitch journey has been good. YouTube journey it's just always been super rocky, right? There's been a lot of high points, a lot of low points, a lot of points in between. But I wouldn't change too much about my YouTube journey. I'd probably change, well, I say that, I'm like, no, but I'd probably change this and change this. But not so much the content, just more the fact of how I interact with people and how I interact with other streamers. Because I've never been good with interacting with other streamers and content creators, and usually ends always on a low point, so it doesn't go well, I would say. But back to the point at hand, for streaming as long as I have and trying to make content for as long as I have, you see a lot of names that like you interact with usually on a daily basis, and suddenly they're just not there anymore for one reason or the other. In extreme case, you have Crimson, who more than likely bad things happened to, and we'll never get confirmation as to what happened. We'll never truly know what happened to Crimson, but seeing Crimson every single day on stream to just not seeing them anymore is heartbreaking. It absolutely is. That's the extreme side of things, because in Crimson's case, it's not so much of like, what could I have done differently? It's more the fact of, was there any way to prevent what happened? And I don't think there was any way. If what happened to Crimson is the theory, nothing could have prevented it, I don't think, which sucks. It's just really sad. On the flip side, you have other people that, you know, that used to see on stream every single day, whether I streamed with them or I like talked with them in chat, who just up and vanished and kind of like pushed everyone away in that sense, which the one I'm referencing is Hunkrat. Used to play DVD a lot with them, and now I think they quit streaming and focus on just playing games for fun, and I think they're focusing on getting a degree right now, which is good for them. But haven't, you know, heard from them or talked to them in a while, and it just, you know, we used to talk to them every single day, and now you don't. So like, those are like the different ones. And there's, you know, there's some viewer names that you'll see every now and again, but I've now hit the point where I think this is where I say it's like mentally taxing, is what is the right way to say this? I must be the most unlikely person to stream, I think is the best way to put it. Because I've watched a lot of like, watch a lot of smaller creators, you know, a lot of smaller streamers, a lot of smaller content creators, video makers, so on and so forth. And there's a consistent thing about, I've talked about this before, but it's starting to become like a true consistent fact, and it's just a big self-reflection thing. You'll go into like a lot of the smaller content creators' streams or something, and you'll usually see like the same 2 or 3 names just talking a whole bunch. And it's essentially, you know, they're real life friends or some gaming friends who are always at the stream watching, talking to their friend, you know, striking up conversation. And you have some people like, even my younger brother Scrunch, who streams on whatchamacallit. He streams like I think Apex Legends and some stuff. What am I doing with all this stuff? Just gonna... Well, I guess I'm gonna just do the fucking fishing thing. Sorry, I guess we're gonna fish gudgeons now because it's late. I mean, this is just what I wanted to do. It's what I wanted to get done today, so it works. Even Scrunch has like a few of his friends and like I think some college friends who like join in and talk on the streams, and I've like never really had that. And I know like when I've brought it up in the past, it sounds like I'm complaining, but like, oh man, I wish my friends would watch me. They watch others, and it's like partially complaining, but it's also partially me realizing that I'm kind of yearning for the fact that I've like never had people like that watching. Like I pretty much had to build myself from completely the ground up with no friend support or anything of that sort. If we're being true, like just never happened. I didn't have high school friends who watched the streams and talked. The Gmod group, I was really far gone, and Doge, you know, only found out about me like way later. People I worked with don't like, you know. It's interesting, and why I call myself the most unlikely streamer. Not unlikable or like, you know, mean streamer or anything, just unlikely because a lot of people when they start, they have the backing. And what's odd about my journey on streaming and content creation is that I've kind of just more or less been alone throughout it all. This is introspective philosophical times with Kit about just, well, while we're fishing, because this is what happens. And there have been times where there's, but like, I'm not saying I've been completely alone. Yeah, there's been times where, you know, we've had regulars and such, and people who would like join the streams for long periods of time and would show up to every single stream. And I know things change as people get older, and I completely understand that. But I've never, I think with me comparing myself a lot to people over the past few months, I've realized that it's never ever been consistent, and in fact I should be very proud of the fact that I've built a 1.5, like, it used to be 1.5k and then went down, so but like at least 1,000 followers and 1,000 subs on Twitch and YouTube. Like, that's insane from somebody who has nobody. The fact that I was able to do that, sure, no, like hardly anybody watches or anything, there's really like no communication during streams at all, I get that. But it's still like really cool that somebody who is as quiet and a loner and also a loser like me can just make it work. I admittedly think it's just super inspiring. If there's people out there who, you know, feel like they shouldn't start because they don't have friends that will support them or anything, you'll probably meet a bunch of people and you'll probably end up having regulars. I think the toughest part about it, and the only thing I would just caution people who are like that, is that you will more than likely lose those people who used to be your regulars. Whether it's them growing up and, you know, also having lives that they can't watch YouTube and Twitch every single day. That's a possibility. Or it's the fact that, you know, you just grow distant apart and they just don't want to watch the games. That's fair. Or you just suck at talking to people and they just want nothing to do with you, which is usually my case. But, like, you have to expect that. I think it's also why it's been just really hard for me to, like, sometimes start streams, is because there's always that thought in the back of my head, like, the concept of streaming itself, even though most of the time it's usually me talking to myself and just, you know, hitting the go live button, for some reason it just makes me feel happy, just the entire aspect of it, even though there's like no one in chat. It's out there on the internet that maybe somebody years and years from now will watch and just enjoy. And for some reason that just, you know, lights a just a good feeling within my stomach. It really does. But then you have the flip side and the hard part about it, where, you know, you lose people constantly, and you get those voices in the back of your head that's just talking you down constantly. I talked about earlier how I haven't really talked to anyone in like 2-3 weeks, including the people I live with. And truth be told, it's that voice in the back of my head that's like, the only reason you're around and the only reason they even consider you a friend is because you forcibly talk and strike conversation with them in order to like keep them around. And I don't think that's fair to them if I'm, you know, it may just maybe seem like I'm forcing them to still be my friend or be around, which is why I've just like distanced myself from like everybody. It's a weird situation. But once again, everyone's dream journey and friend journey is different. You know, if you're somebody like me who starts and has no backing, but, you know, you all of a sudden get to like 1,000, 10,000, so on and so forth subscribers or followers, depending on what kind of content you do, you'll make friends, and, you know, maybe there'll be people who want to talk to you and actually like having you around, and that would be cool. And even if you're one of those people who, you know, you get to that point but it doesn't happen like that, but you, like, the concept of streaming makes you happy like mine do, I think that's cool too. I think this is just a point of me just airing the thoughts in my head, because this is the weirdest Graveyard Keeper stream I think that'll ever exist. But the truth be told, I looked to the right, I looked at my Discord, and most of the time when a conversation's happening between me and somebody else, it's usually me starting a conversation, and it just kind of seems like they're just kind of going along and forcing themselves to talk with me. Maybe they feel bad for me. Maybe they just are bored and just need somebody else to talk to. It's hard to say every single time, but like I look over and it's just like, that's just the truth of the matter. You know, people will come and go. I think it's also a fact of just I miss a lot of people lately as well. I've been like very much thinking about the past a lot lately. And when it comes to like thinking about the past, it's a lot of like experience I've had in high school and wishing I could change them. Experiences through working or college, working, and also the streaming journey. When it comes to high school, there was like a lot of different friend groups that I was a part of. So many, because I just kind of like jumped from place to place. But after looking through there's like the 10-year reunion stuff that's coming up soon for my high school. And I realized that I think I was a really shitty person in high school. Not like, oh, you know, mean or bullying or anything of that sort. I think the first 2 years of high school, I could probably be classified as a creep for trying and failing to flirt with girls just well out of my league and way older than me. And then just being pretty much tossed to the wayside. So I'd probably go back and change, like, that all happened and just not get myself involved with that. But also for the people that I was friends with, you know, I never really gave them the time of day. I never really like hung out or listened to people or did much else. I think I was just a really shitty friend to like everybody I was with. And then in the last half of high school was me just waging an unneeded war, one against the student council that I was part of. But I feel like that one was at least warranted. but also just against me trying to figure out where, like, what my place was in everyone's, like, kind of circle. And I think I learned, and I probably would have been better off for not knowing. I pretty much learned that I was the bottom of everyone's friend pool, like friend hierarchy. I probably shouldn't have learned about that. But then I think about college, and even though I was in college briefly, like, I didn't really connect with anyone in college at all. I connected with one group of people, and then also one person, and soap opera of everything that happened is insane. Maybe I should have, like, and then I just tell myself, maybe I should have stayed friends with that group. Maybe I should have actually talked and hung out with that group. But would have it changed? Probably not. Some college stories for y'all, for those who are curious. College, I was in an honors college for ASU. I think this is the first time I've actually, like, specifically mentioned what college I went to. But I used to go to Arizona State University, and I got put in the honors college. I'm not going to say specifically how I accidentally got into it. Let's just call it a clerical error, and we'll just leave it at that. But I got into honors college, and they had to do, like, an honors college camp at first, which, for somebody who's incredibly antisocial and just not a good people person like me, it wasn't the most fun. But I did find a group of gamers who, like, it was fun talking to them and, like, you know, getting along with them. And it was a group of what it was it was 3 guys, 2 girls, and then myself. So at the end of it was 4 guys and 2 girls. And if I remember specifically, when we were at the camp, 3 of us were crushing on one of the girls, myself included, and the one other guy was crushing on the other. The one other guy did actually end up dating the other girl, so good for him. The other 3 of us tried to vie for the other girl's feelings, and one of the guys in the group did end up actually dating her. But, like, it was actually a really cool friend group. But after the camp and everything, I think I hung out with them twice, and then just ceased to interact with them at all, which I kind of feel bad about, because they're actually really, like, they're fun to play games with and chill with. They just never contributed to any conversation. Like, I was always deathly quiet. So, brutal fisherman. Fish up 200 fish. Damn. Guess this game really wants us to fish. Anyway, but the other thing that happened in college is there was this one girl, after the fact, that was in my classes. She was in, like, half my courses. I don't remember what her major was, because I was going for English, and I don't think she was going for engineering. I think she was also going for English. But one of my greatest failures, because it was the start of when I just started feeling completely empty and feeling completely, like, just void of everything. God, what a big fucking mistake I made. This girl was really cool. She was really chill. She was, like, really fun to talk to. And we were lab partners, and in most of our courses, her and I would usually, like, team up. The running joke was that it was the quiet smart guy and the talkative smart girl. Like, it was the complete, like, opposites attract. She was also extremely religious, and I was completely anti-religious. I had no emotion whatsoever, and she was just full of emotion. Like, you could not find 2 other opposite people. but she is one of the most perceptive people I've ever met in my entire life, and it still sticks with me to this day. What, 8 years later? Yeah, 7, 8 years later, she picked up on the fact that I had essentially zero friends after I kind of like distanced myself from everybody, and also did not have any positive relationship with my family, both brothers and my parents, all four of my brothers rather, and my parents, and that like I essentially was just trying to find a reason to keep going. This was before streaming. This was before. This was after Gary's Mod. So like the Gary's Mod group, that's a different story entirely. But this was after all that. So she figured that out real quick. Didn't even have to tell her. Like she pieced it together. Kudos to her. And she would talk to me every single day after our last course. I think our last course was always Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I believe. Fridays I could never really talk too much because I had to get going to work right afterwards, and this is when I worked at the laser tag arena. But Tuesdays and Thursdays I usually could talk for quite some time. And her and I would usually stand in the parking lot or sit on a bench, just talking, and just... She was fascinated to learn about somebody who played games, kept to themselves, but also was, in her words back then, just a creative writer who didn't have a voice, which is a good way to describe me. No, she was super chill, and like I got to learn a little bit about religion through her. She did change my way of thinking, not even at all, but like I wanted to be respectful, but like it was really enjoyable to talking to her. And then I dropped out of college, never spoke to her again. I think the last text I ever got from her, if memory serves correctly, and I can't check my phone because my phone's changed from this point, but if memory serves, I think she texted me asking what happened with me, and I never responded. But I still have her added on social media. And fun fact, the guy who dated the one girl from the camp, out of the three of us all were trying to date. Yeah, so that guy broke up with the girl and ended up marrying the person that I just mentioned, the religious girl, which fucking blows my mind. They're awesome together, though. Like I'm super happy for them. I just wish I like talked to that group more and also talked to that person more. It's like a hindsight's 2020 thing, because I think a lot of them just, it's the same sort of situation I'm in right now with people I'm, talking with gaming wise and my roommates, is I think all of them probably have this idea that I'm just have no one. I'm just alone and don't know what to do. I'm just trying to find a reason to keep going. I don't really have one, but I still keep going. But my general demeanor is to push people away. And the first group I did that to was technically the Gary's Mod group, but then the second one was the college groups. And I should have stayed talkative with them and still should have shouldn't have ended up as I did. God, hindsight's brutal. But I think about like my work friendships. Laser tag was also just never understanding people. While I do still stand by the fact that the laser tag job I've had is the best job I've ever had, the best group of people to work with, and even though I fucked up everything so ridiculously badly, and was probably also considered a creep back then, I would probably change my general demeanor. And then after that, like, I think I would most definitely probably still be, like, still wanting to work there for quite some time, because I would have been smarter with my money had I known what I know now. I'm going to say this is going to be enough fish for what we're trying to do. Simple fishing rod. So I'm just going to quickly switch this around. We'll sleep, and then we'll go to the quarry and then try to hunt that 5% fish. I feel so refreshed. Work-wise, though, yeah, lazy tech arena was good, but would change definitely how I was. Insurance job was so weird because you just done? Oh shit, you are. Hold on, let me just... I think we'll do 50 of these. And then... 50 of these. Just because they're nice to have. Sorry, what I was saying though is... Insurance job. I'm just kind of going through a list of just stuff I like regret. I don't know why, but it feels relevant. Just based on how my general thinking has been. Insurance job, I made one of the best friends I ever could, and I wish I talked with her more. Before anyone's like, wait, who? Somebody else who's also married, but she's been married. I think shortly after I first met her. She's actually the one who introduced me to the person who would eventually make the tattoo in my arm. So that's cool. But it's another instance of just me and this person are still friends and still talk every now and again and catch up. It was pretty sad that I moved here to Washington just because, like, kind of just no way this is the fucking carp. I got all of these fish. Motherfucker. I got all of these fish. Well, fuck it. I'm just gonna keep... Guess I'm just gonna use up some of them. Is this another one? I have the feeling this is another one. Holy shit, 2 in a row. Okay, well, there goes all those. Don't need to worry about those anymore. That's weird. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I heard a loud Okay, my mic just muted itself. That was weird. OBS just like crashed. Like we're talking. So there was a bang from the kitchen. OBS like disconnected. YouTube's working. Is Twitch down? No, Twitch is still there. So the YouTube stream is able to fix itself. Let me do this real quick. Did the plugin die? I was just talking about fun. I mean, it wasn't so fun stuff, but like, I was just chatting. The plugin just straight up died. All right, I'll have to figure that out tomorrow. That's so weird. Why? Did my Twitch stream just get struck down with a fucking 1,000 hammers? Is that what just happened? Could be. Shoot. Grab this. Sorry. Oh god, it's so bright. Why? So I just removed the Is this better? Why does everything have to be so fucking bright? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to just reset OBS one last time and we'll see what happens. Okay. So it reconnected. God damn it. There we go. So it reconnected to YouTube, but it did not connect to Twitch. See if it's saying that there's some issues. Weird. I guess that was so weird. All right. Well, we'll just continue on YouTube. I guess Twitch stream is just not going to happen for this. So, I mean, it's fine as long as it's on YouTube because YouTube is where all the VOD stuff goes, so probably won't go for too much longer. Oops. Wait, I'm hoping it didn't just make another. Let me do this. Watch there be like 3 streams that are all the same. No, it's still there. Okay, so we're good there. I guess. I'll try again here in a moment, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so use, go to Lighthouse. Hi. Need to buy those 3 from you. Then I have to wait till nighttime. Okay. I need to do burgers and beer. Guess I could do that. How's this looking? No money, but I think that's also because there's nothing down here. Yeah. Let me go home. Grab these so we can go do this. Didn't mean to grab all those, but that's okay. Anyway, what I was talking about though is like, so what was I talking about before? Streams just crashed and shit. Oh, we can't do that until we can burn any witches. Gotcha. That's fine. Just need to get him the proper stuff. No, so like one of the friends that I made, like from insurance, she's super chill and I still talk to her. I just really fucked up some stuff. I think it still has hurt our friendship to this day, but it's completely my fault in the case, so it's like, damn. It's a lot of like self-reflection lately. People are just always like, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself. I'm like, no. Should. Because I want to do things right and I always end up doing them wrong. I guess the moral of the story. Just grab everything because I have to wait till it's nighttime anyway. I'm trying to think of like other stuff. Because when I worked IT, was there anything I had to like worry about IT wise? I don't think I had to really worry about too much IT wise. There's also God, what was after IT? So IT was surgery scheduling. Surgery scheduling wasn't bad. I think the only reason I think surgery scheduling was as bad as I would like think it was is purely just because of like stuff that happened. In most cases though, I guess it wasn't my fault for a lot of them. Because like most of the time it's just like, nope, it's my fault. God damn it. In this case, it really wasn't. Like, I did pretty much everything really, really well. I remember during surgery scheduling, it was the scummiest thing I had did, definitely during a job, but it was just to prove a point. 2 points actually, because. So fun side story time. There was somebody at my job when I was surgery scheduling who was like the biggest blabbermouth. Like, somebody essentially would go around just like talking about all the different things that was going on and talking about like everyone's personal shit, and anything that got relayed to them they would like tell everybody. So, but I needed to figure out who it was, because like there'd be things where, because I was trying to like get the office camaraderie to be better, and this was like before I was like fully a surgery scheduler. I was still the office assistant a bit. So like I was trying to like figure out who it was, and I ended up deciding that the best way to do it, which hindsight, not really the best way, and I should have at least told one person, the person I trusted the most, which was my boss, that like, this is the goldfish. This has to be it. The fuck is this pattern? Thank goodness. Holy hell. Got 15 times the fish, got a goldfish. Want to make a wish? No. That should be everything, right? Thank goodness. Go back home. I need to grab this. I'm going to grab like 6 of these. So I need to just start grabbing this stuff again. Steal the lure. Okay. Got one more place to fish and then we're good. Sorry. But what I was saying is like, I pretty much told everybody a different lie, and whichever lie spread, I knew who the person was who was spreading stuff. The problem is that I needed to make the lies, I guess not really believable, but I needed to make them more like related to what was going on. So every lie had something to do with somebody who we were working with. Of course, like I said, hindsight 2020. Obviously I'm super smart for doing this, but I should have just did it one at a time. But no, I decided to tell a whole bunch of people just a whole bunch of random bullshit just to figure out who this person was. And it worked. The good news is it worked. The bad son of a bitch. The bad news was that the one person who was spreading the lies that I found out and like spreading every rumor possible and causing all this drama was the person I told a lie regarding my boss, which was not my smartest moment. No, was not my smartest moment. I should have, not. It's so fucking dumb. Essentially, the best way to put it is I should absolutely not have decided to include a lie about my boss when trying to figure out who is making drama. Could have done like made the lie about anybody else, anything else, made it about my boss. So I had to spend an entire day consoling her and like trying to explain what I was trying to do, and also at the same time apologizing profusely for coming up with the worst fucking lie that at the time didn't really know it was actually true. So that was fun. So I had to like really do some damage control. It worked out, and I made it up to my boss and got everything figured out. But holy hell, I like, ooh, it was bad. It was bad when it happened. I figured it out, so did well. That job though was fun. My boss was cool. The other bosses were a little off, but it's fair. What else did I do? Bartending, catering job. See, it's weird because like after surgery scheduling, I became the most emotionally shut out person possible. Like, that literally was just what happened. Like, I completely shut down after the surgery scheduling gig. I don't really even know what to say regarding it. Because, yeah, catering, I talked to a few people, but, like, my only thing was I'm going to talk to the customers, and I will keep everything else to a minimum. And everyone's like, man, working with you, you're always, like, doing really good and doing this and doing that. Like, really fucking good. Good shit, Kit. I hardly, like, conversed or, like, befriended anybody. I just kind of stuck to myself. There was one guy, and I think I talked about him a lot during the streams. There was this older guy I worked with who, he got picked on by everybody, except for me. But he had my back through everything. And he fully knew that there must have been some sort of trauma that hit me that prevented me from, like, being super expressive and fully expressing myself. And he knew that, and he always had my back through everything. It sucked when he left the company. Because once he left the company, there was, like, nothing I could do. I was pretty much just flying by the seat of my pants at that point. Because I lost the person I can really talk to there, so unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, I need to figure out this fish situation. Can I still drink from this? Nope, nothing in there. Do we have anything to drink? Holy crap. Oh, oh my gosh. Did everything crash? Oh, I see what happened. Okay, internet got cut for a little bit, and that's why I can't connect. Can I try connecting one last time? Just want to see. I'll deconnect to server. Yeah. I get the feeling I should probably end off the stream soon, because do I have all the fish? What? Oh, I guess I do. Yeah, I think everything's starting to slug and not go well. So I think I should probably end off the stream here, because oh. Okay. Off the stream. It's not going well. Stream's essentially, the stream is struggling, and it might not reflect as well for like actual stream, but on my end it's not looking good. So this is gonna be fun. So I want to play more Graveyard Keeper, but I guess universe is like, nah, no Graveyard Keeper for you, Kit. That's fine. We'll figure it out. I got all the fishing stuff done. Like, I legitimately got everything fishing related done, which is hella impressive, if I do say so myself. I guess next time we'll work on paper goods, and we got Cultist. So I can start working on that sort of stuff in a moment. But yeah, I'll have to call the stream. So I need to buy some frogs from Clotho. And then I'm gonna probably butcher some bodies. For the time being. Just get a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. I have so many just random bodies just laying around. Okay, so apparently you actually sold me 10 frogs. Sick. Yeah, that works. So I need 12 frogs. So I'm gonna put the frogs in here. I'm gonna eat some sauerkraut. I'm going to drink like 20 speed potions and will never be slow again. Is that zombie finished? So I'm guessing that all of them are 20 speed potions, please. You guys going to drown. Drinking all these. Cool, 4 hours. That's fun. So, I'm gonna go grab some firewood real quick. And then the general goal this will be the last thing that we do, and then I'm running off the stream because otherwise things are about to go pretty bad. So we get 300 wood. Yeah, because it's not connecting to anything, and even when I shift tab, it's starting to struggle connecting to the Steam servers. So I get the feeling that the stream is going to crash at one point. But that works. Don't know if we're going to be... I think we'll probably try playing some more Graveyard Keeper tomorrow. The reason I say I think is because, like... This week is going to be weird for a bunch of reasons, so... Okay, so first I'm going to grab this. I need to do... 150. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just see if there's any, if I do any surgical mistakes. I think that's the important part. I'll grab you in a moment, buddy. Probably like make sure that brain is, nope, not what we're looking for. Okay, 2 and 2 heart is perfect. I'm going to just place you up here for now. So back here is a heart. 2 and 2 heart is good. And then sin shards are right there. And then I'm going to put like miscellaneous back here. Everything else will just kind of get taken. Intestines, not good. Skin. And the skull. Okay, we did not fuck up. I'm out of space. You have dark intestines. So just grab these. We're tired. It's fair. Is that what I need? Was that one of them? +3, -2. This is actually really good. Just gonna put you right here. Dark intestines goes right there. This heart is incredible. And we'll just put everything else there. I think I have more carrot cutlets down here, don't I? Just like chilling. Yeah, I do. I had a feeling. I'm just gonna take all these brains, and I don't think any of them are good for what I need. What do you become? That's right. Brain. And we do this while we have them, so. So I think I'm just gonna quickly finish what we're doing on some of these bodies. Maybe not. I think I finish all this brain stuff, go to sleep, and then call the stream before more things crash. So, I guess I did talk about pretty much all the stories I wanted to talk about today. So, not too shabby. Didn't get like everything done that I wanted to, but that's fine. What's going on with this body? Another 2 and 2 heart. Could be good, so. I guess I can, this is also helping me get through these carrot cutlets. So, I think what I'm going to do is actually just toss these in here. Because there's so many. This at least gets me through these carrot cutlets a little bit. And then I'll do the sermon and then we'll end things off. I apologize for it being so short. It's just a lot going on. Alright, 2 spaces open. That works. Go do the sermon real fast. I should probably place this stuff over here. Do our prayer. And then we go from there. 102 faith. We'll get more. It would help if I read more of these. Failed. Oh, did I not do a sermon last time? Maybe I didn't. Great sermon. Pause at this, go to sleep, call it a day. I should use up all my stamina. Congratulations, this body. You're coming with me. None of this is good. Just gonna grab all the basics. That's cool. Put you right there. Put this off. Go to sleep. And then we'll work on everything else next time. So we'll work on paper goods. And I think we're going to slowly start getting just level 28 zombies and just start putting them in where they need to go. Or 26, so. Alright, good day, but I'm sorry for the stream being so short, because otherwise this would not go well if I keep streaming and internet's going to just keep crashing, so. But with that, thank you all so much for watching Graveyard Keeper. We'll be back tomorrow with more streams, so have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, or evening. Of course, my name's Katafi. I'll see you next time for some more Reddit gaming. See you later. Peace. Everyone.